What's up, everyone? WizardKen here with another Xbox 360 World of Tanks. Before we start into this video and start talking about our Tier 10 Waffentrager off E100 that we just unlocked the other day, we need to talk about one thing. I'm sorry if the video quality on here is crappy. As you guys know, I've had computer problems. Well, I finally decided to, instead of just reinstalling Windows, I wiped my whole hard drives completely. And reinstalled Windows after everything's been deleted. I mean, all my games that I had installed on Windows, every little thing that I had on Windows is destroyed, except for some of my all my recording videos, which were on separate hard drives. I had to reinstall all of my editing stuff and sound stuff. So I did, you know, make notes of what I had my settings at, but just in case for some reason I missed something or fucked something up, I am sorry, and I might have to tweak things here and there, especially my microphone, which I have no idea if it's getting too loud or not. I tested it out, but I need to make sure after I upload it and stuff. So anyways, here it is, guys, the Waffentrager off E100, the tier 10 of the German tank destroyer line. And it is a beast. I will tell you that right now. We're gonna go over this tank kind of thoroughly and also show you at least one round. Tomorrow I will be doing a video, maybe with Roy or just me. I don't know. It depends on what his schedule is. Bubba's taking a vacation from recording for a while. But anyways, we will be playing with these tanks here and there. Now, first I want to mention off is let's talk about the armor of the tank and its design, and then we'll go on to the kind of pros and cons, also the equipment I'm using, the crew, and then so on and so on. So as you can see, this thing kind of looks just like the Waffle Panzer, except, you know, it's bigger and the front plate is more angled and stuff like that. So let's go back. So let's talk about this upper plate and lower plate. As you can see, there's a nice little slant on the upper plate and lower plate. I believe the front is 200 and the sides are 150. I can't remember. So it does have decent armor on it. It's not amazing. It's probably going to get penetrated no matter what. But that's, of course, just like most of these tank destroyers, the how much life they have is really what saves them. But this one, actually, I have ricocheted E100s. I've ricocheted a couple of tanks with this. It's very rare that it happens. Well, not very rare, but it is rare that it happens. But it does happen a lot more than the Waffle Panzer IV. So now, as you can see, the front tracks are very exposed. So you do get tracked very easily, and the lower plate is pretty exposed too, to the point that it does get hit a good amount of times. But of course, we shouldn't be sitting that close anyways that we're getting seen, and hopefully we can show that off today. Following up the upper plate and where it flattens out, you can see there's a little viewport in the front. That's really one of the only viewports that you're going to get smacked. I've rarely actually had anything knock out except my gun, and that's usually because someone used a heat round. But other than that, it just flattens out. There's nothing really anybody else can hit. They have to hit your upper plate or your turret, which we'll talk about the turret in a second. Looking at the sides, of course, guys, they're very exposed. It's very bad to get hit in the sides. I have had some really bad damage with the sides. Also in the front, there is some really nasty, you know, catching on fire and stuff like that. Looking at the back, of course, is going to be terrible of getting shot at, and so on and so on. But let's talk about this turret. Now, I'm showing you right now zoomed in. That actually right there is a little bit more zoomed out than what you will have in the game. The game is a little bit more zoomed in, and it is hard to see over top of this thing. It's kind of like looking like this over top of the tank. I mean, it's a little bit better. You get to zoom out a little bit more, but it kind of sucks. The other thing bad about this turret is that it sticks up like a sore thumb, to where, you know, the tier 9 was smaller, a lot smaller, and was able to like duck behind smaller rocks. This one, you need a whole fucking mountain to hide behind if you're going to not want to get hit and stuff like that. So playing this tank has really made me rethink the way of playing these waffles, because I have been playing them a little bit more aggressive since I have gotten a lot better with them. And this one I've had to revert back to staying back and not doing a whole bunch of just pushing forwards a little bit, just like I used to do with the tier 9. Also, this turret actually can take some decent damage with regular armor piercing rounds, but if you send a heat round towards this thing, a lot of times you can actually ammo rack it, destroy the gun, kill a good amount of the crew in there. There's a lot of things you could do with a heat round, and that's usually what screws me over, is when someone sends a heat round down my way. That's when I usually get ammo racked and killed. But I've lasted at least 2 to 3 hits from a E100 shooting at me. With the amount of health I have and stuff like that, I have been able to last a couple rounds. Now, let's get into the equipment on this thing, since we did talk about a little bit about the good, which was, you know, the ricocheting, and a little bit of the bad. It's just a massive tank. It really is. Now, let's talk about the packages. Now, there's 2 packages. I remember when I told you on the waffle, the tier 9, not to worry about the 15cm. Well, if you did unlock it, don't worry. We found out that if you unlock that barrel, you still you get this barrel for free. You don't have to unlock it like I have to do. So this is not an elite tank yet. It still has to. I still have to unlock that 15cm. Now, you're asking, what's the difference between the guns and which one should I use? Now, I'm going to tell you right now, the basically, like it's saying, the rate of fire is 5 rounds a minute. Don't even go by that. Really, to be honest with you, you can get 6 rounds off in a minute, and the reload time is about, I think, 35 to 45 seconds. It's a very, very long reload. But you do get 6 rounds with this, the 12.8cm. And the nice thing is you still get a good penetration, 276. I would have liked it to be a little bit more since it is a tier 10, but we'll deal with that. The damage is 560, same as usual, pretty much around the same as the other 12.8cm have been. Now, this thing does travel at a decent speed. I believe I've seen it go up to like 40 or something like that. It does turn pretty nicely, as you can see, 30 degrees for the track, and the traverse speed is not terrible either, 24. The thing that's really nice on this, look at the aiming time on this, is 1.5 seconds. Now let's go back and look at the Waffle Panzer IV and see what its aiming time is, 2.1. So we've lost 0.5 seconds on there, if I remembered right. Anyway, somewhere around there, 0.5 seconds. But I'm going to tell you this real quick. This thing, when you're watching it aim in, especially with your crew and stuff like that, being better and stuff, it seriously takes, 1 second to really aim in. It's like, pew, and you're done. Seriously. It's pew, and you're done. You do not need the gun lane drive with this tank. It doesn't need it. It really doesn't. And the nice thing too is the amount of the radius between the outer ring and the inner ring of the of your sights is very small. So there's a very limited window of you missing. It's very, very nice, and we will show that off once we get into the game. Now let's talk about the next package. Now the next package, as you can see, the rate of fire on this, and I'm going to tell you this, you only get 4 rounds with this one, and you can actually reload quicker. I think it's about 30 seconds. It's about 15 seconds quicker, or 20 seconds quicker than the 12cm. But remember, you're only getting 4 rounds compared to the 6 rounds. Now, yes, you do 750 damage, which is nice, but look at the penetration. It went from 270 something to 235, which is a really, really bad drop. Bubba has played with this one, Roy has played with this one, and they have told me straight up it's a waste of money. The only reason they unlocked it is just to make the tank elite. That's it. It's only good when they can shoot on people's sides, because once you're in tier 10, you need something that can do more than 235 penetration. You need something that could do like the gold rounds, as you can see in the middle, 334. You need something really nice and high, like 301, something like that, especially a tank destroyer, to really stand up against people. Now, your view range doesn't change between which gun you use or this and that. It's all maxed out, which is really nice. 420 is the max with this tank until you get the other equipment and the crew up there, and we're going to talk about that real quick. Now, the consumables, of course, guys. Now I do have 5 or 15 high explosive rounds. I haven't used them yet. I've used mostly armor piercing, and this is the nice thing about this tank, where most of those other tanks you didn't get a lot of rounds. This one comes with a whole bunch of rounds. They cost 1,260, which is kind of expensive. You're not going to be a real big silver winner with this tank. You're not gonna. It is very expensive to run. It is one of those tanks nice to have to go kick someone's ass. Now in the crew, I'm going to tell you right now, you can see in the bottom right, or well, now it's in the right hand side of the map, middle right side, is I have Recon 6th Sense, and I'm working on Mentor. I really recommend getting 6th Sense first and Recon second. I have Recon first because this is actually from another tank. That's why this is the way it is. 6th Sense needs to be established on this tank right away. You are competing with other tanks that could see pretty much as far as you. Training also is another one. I actually would have done that one second, and then Recon third. And after that, I'm going to go straight to camouflage. I'm going to do firefighting. I'm also going to do maintenance, preventative maintenance. This is going to help for catching on fire. I really do not want to catch on fire at all. Now, what's the other one I'm going to do? You really don't need snapshot, or you really don't need a lot of these. Now, I will do armor, more, because if your gun gets damaged, which I have had that happen a lot, I'm going to want to be able to still shoot somewhat accurately. Alrighty. As you can see, I did actually buy all the paint schemes too, just so I can max out my camouflage. The equipment, of course, same thing as usual, camouflage net, binoculars, and I bought a toolbox. Reason why is because it's not like the other tanks. As I said, you don't need that gun laying drive at all. This tank is really, really awesome with the way it zooms in. I got the binoculars, of course, to be able to see further away, and the camouflage net to help me keep camoed in. I really need my crew to have the camouflage ability on there to really increase this, because I am still being spotted, but I am still learning the tank too. So anyways, enough talk. You guys want to see this thing? Let's do it. Alrighty guys, we're at Abbey Standard Battle. Now, a couple of things I really want you guys to look at is the amount of time it takes to reload. You have to be careful with this tank on reloading. If you know you're going to if you have 2 rounds left, you need to start getting out of the situation that you're at, and oops, wrong way, and start thinking about reloading and getting away, because as you can see right now, everybody else is loaded by now. They're pretty much loaded. Me, I'm just getting almost halfway. So also, I want you guys to look at this too. I'm going to stop for a second. Alright, I'm going to zoom. Watch this. Look how quickly that thing goes in. Boop. 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 And when I did have the gun laying drive on there, it was even quicker. So, as you can see, this is as far as you can zoom out. I guess it is kind of like as much as you can in the garage, but look at this. If you try to zoom in, like, you can't see over top of that thing. I mean, you can see the box jiggle inside. Woo! I gotta look out so I don't do anything stupid. But I also want you guys to see how quickly this thing reloads. Okay, buddy, I'm on your back. You're gonna be my buddy. We're gonna be buddies. We're gonna be pals forever. As you can see, I'm doing about 33. I think it gets up to 40. I'm not positive on that. I didn't look that up. But it is about 33 at the moment, and we are pushing this E100, doing this too. Now, I'm going to stay back here, just because. Now, this thing's max range in the sense of seeing what your friends are seeing is about 720 meters. Any further than that, and it's going to be crap. Of course, this guy's going to be way out there instead of waiting for us. I like to let these guys come to me on this map, especially in this tank destroyer. I really do not want to have I do not want to be the one going and chasing these guys down and stuff like that. So alright, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I don't see any of their team really that much anywhere. Possibly in the middle of the map. Not sure. Really not sure. What is this guy doing? That's a T110 E5. There's a light tank up there. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna follow you because I have tons of armor, and I'm gonna be able to do a lot, buddy. Oh God, why do I listen to people? I'm not gonna be able to do anything. He's an idiot. I can't even get past him. There's no way for me to sit there and help him out in that sense. Now, this is the interesting thing. They have tanks coming now. We need him to fall back a little bit because once these guys are not crap. I don't think I can get these guys the way I'm at. No, the RHM's gonna die. I need to be back and get away for a little bit because I'm gonna need time to freaking reload. I'm gonna need some time to reload on this. Alright, here we go. Gotta get turned around. How's that RHM doing? Whoa, the RHM took somebody out. That's pretty cool. I didn't think he was gonna take... Did he take them both out? Wow. As I said, this tank is a little bit harder to play with because you really do have to stay back so you don't get shot at. I mean, like I said, you could take some damage, but it's not going to be amazing. You're not going to be Superman or anything like that. And plus, the main reason you want to stay back is your reload time is terrible. It is one of the worst ones out there. So, that's all I got to say is watch out for that. That is a terrible thing to have, is that reload time. Alrighty, kids, let's see what we can do. Can we hit anybody? Yes, we can. Boop, you're gone. And that's how quick it reloads. It goes very, very quick. I'm just gonna stay back here and watch the base, because I can, and I will. Yeah. After people see that the waffle took somebody out, they usually don't try to go out too much. Now this little bastard has spotted me, and I'm gonna kill him if he freaking tries it. Really, I'm gonna kill him because he's gonna be a pain in my ass. Ah, Pershing, really? Like, really? There's one hit. There's two hits. See how quickly this thing allows you to rapidly fire, pretty much. It is a mean freaking tank. It doesn't play around, I'm telling you. It does not play around. I have 3 bullets left. I really don't want to screw this up. Like in the sense of not having a spot to reload at, because I could possibly wind up in that situation. Alright, here we go. Let's see what we can do. T-32, are you gonna back up enough or no? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Come on. Alright, there's an FV up there. And am I gonna waste my shots on the T-32? Probably not. I'd rather waste my shots on the FV, to be honest with you. I'd rather take him out than... Ooh. The FV is hesitant. He doesn't know what he wants to do. Ah, damn it. I've got that light tank behind me too. And I gotta be very careful about that. I really, really, really do. Now, even if I shoot this FV, doesn't mean I'm gonna be able to take him out. Does not mean anything at all. Means nothing. That's right, T-71. Keep shooting at me. Keep shooting at me, you son of a bitch. You're lucky I don't want to waste my shots. And that's one thing that really sucks. Like I said, I'm going to reiterate this over and over and over again. I really do not want to have to reload with this tank. Alrighty, I really have no way of getting rid of this guy without exposing myself way too much. Fuck it, we're doing it. That's right. Alrighty, so that worked out. Oh god. The T-32 wants to take me out so badly. Jesus Christ, I gotta get on the flag. This is probably not one of the best videos to show you guys on this tank, but as you can see, it's not a bad tank. I took out the FE in 3 shots, but I'm still reloading. If anybody comes over here to do anything to me, they would kill me. They would kill me. You son of a bitch! Ah. Alrighty, guys. Well, that was the end of the Waffle E100. I might do another one for the second upgrade just so you guys can see the differences between the two. I will be playing with this tank more and more as the days go on. I will be hopefully doing something with either Roy tomorrow, or I will just be doing just whatever tanks tomorrow. But the thing I really wanted to point out is I know the new patch is coming out, and they're going to be doing the platoon system where you can have up to 7 people playing in a platoon. And what's the other thing is they're going to be bringing out a new KV line, some more Russian tanks like RDs and a heavy tank line. They say the KV2 and stuff like that. I'm hoping that they actually add all that line. Now one question I want to answer real quick, and I'm not going to go into too much on it because I can't really explain but so much of it. Someone asked me, am I going to, instead of doing only 2 people platoon on this subscriber party, am I going to do 7 people? And I had to say no, I'm not going to do 7 people. Reason why is I need to work out the details of the 7 platoon people, and what I mean by that is really if I have 7 people, let's just say start at the 10 a.m. time and stuff like that, you know, people might run late, and this and that. They also might cut out, you know, and also, and the main problem with this is that the tiering system, I'm gonna have to restructure that whole thing because let's say at 10 a.m. there's 5 people that have all tier 9s and 10s. They don't have any lower tanks, and the other people have only tier 4s and 5s. What are we gonna do then? That's the big problem I'm gonna run into, is that there's gonna be too many offs, you know. Not enough people are gonna have enough tanks or high enough tanks to be able to play with other players, and so I'm gonna have to work out details on that. Now I'm hoping to be able to implement that on the next subscriber party, because I might break it up to where, like, Hopefully I'll be able to do this on the weekend so I can do this easier. But I'll say like from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock in the morning, we are going to have all tier 7s through tier 10s, or tier 8s through tier 10s, and then tier 5 to tier 7, and so on and so on. We'll do it like that. We'll set up a couple hours for just the tier 8s on up, and then a couple hours for the tier 6 on up, or tier 5 on up, and so on and so on, and we'll work it that way. I like I said, I still have to work something out and figure how I would work that. There's just too many variables that could go wrong and screw up the whole day for everyone. So for right now, we're just gonna keep it to 3 people in a platoon and see how it goes. But anyways, guys, I'm WizardKen. Until next time, see ya.